We're asked to describe ourselves in one adjective. Now, I'm sure for most of you, like me, this is really hard, We only had to limit ourselves to one word when there's so many we can describe ourselves with. So while I was breaking my head over this, I picked one word: adventurous. Adventurous means you're willing to take risks, try new things, or new methods. And so today I would like to tell you guys about my stories and how they would make me a bit adventurous. The first story I'd like to tell you guys is in the summer of 2010. I was a junior at that time, or junior going to senior. And me and a couple of my buddies from my dad's soccer team took a trip up north to Lake Tahoe. And while we were over there, there was a nice lake. The water was crystal clear. And so we decided to walk around the beach, see what's there. And we found these boulders. They were probably 10 or 12 feet tall, So probably double my height, at least. Maybe a little bit bigger. And right below this, the water was probably 8 to 9 feet deep. So, we decided to get on top of the rocks and see how deep we can go. So I was a bit scared, because I really didn't know at that time how to swim that good, but I still did it. I knew how to get myself out of drowning. I knew a couple strokes, but that was about it. So I get on top of this boulder, and when I look down, starting to feel a little shaky, a little weary, but I just do it. I just jumped. Luckily enough, I hit a rock that was on the bottom. It was pretty flat, so I was able to push myself back up. But, I would never have that experience if I wasn't willing to try it out. And so, from that comes my next story. It was the first time I ever went to Six Flags. It was my senior year, our senior barbecue trip to 2011. And as I pull up in the bus, I see these rides. And they don't look that bad, It's alright. I'll be fine. So we went a couple of rides. We went on the Riddler, Batman, all those little small rides. And while I was there, I saw X2 for the first time, and I saw Tatsu. And when I looked up, those were pretty huge. I never thought I would be so far up in the air, honestly. I thought for sure I was going to die too, because I saw X2 through some flames, some flamethrower type of stuff. So while we got on X2, I remember I was on the edge for some reason. My good luck, So I was grabbing on to that, to the bars pretty tight, Sorry for the notebook. So I grabbed on pretty tight. And as soon as the ride went, dude, I was just like, I was grabbing on, closing my eyes. And I felt this intense heat come through from the back of my head. I was like, oh my god, my hair got burned, or I'm on fire, like I'm gonna suffer 30-degree burns. And I was just shaking, dude. And then when I got out, I checked myself. I was okay, And then, yeah, I would never probably have tried it if it weren't for my brother. He pushed me to go do it. Also, while we were at Six Flags, there was this thing. It looked like a bungee cord type of thing, or a swing. I didn't want to try it at first, but, why not? There's nothing bad. It's safe. That's why they test things out. It's rare when something goes wrong. So I give them the $40. They strap me onto this, big nylon wrap with a friend right here. And we just pull the cord and we just swing, dude. I literally thought I was going to fly out of the thing. But I tried it, Now every time I go back, yeah, I'm not that scared anymore. So that's good. And the last story I would like to share with you guys happened fairly recently, actually. Fairly recent. It was a couple weeks ago. Me and my buddies from a swim class here at SMC, they decided to teach me how to surf. Not the first, I'm not the best surfer out there. It's my first time actually trying to surf. So I did my research on the computer. I learned that, you know, if you're not careful, a wave goes over you, you drown, or, you know, the leash gets caught on your foot, pulls the board out into the current, and you're stuck in the sea basically. So we tried it. We went over to Santa Monica and to Venice, you know, and we tried surfing. He told me, "Oh, it's just like skateboarding, dude. You'll be fine." He was lying. So I got on the board, you know, I don't know how many times I actually slammed down onto the shore, but it hurt. But later on, you know, I started getting the hang of it. You know, I knew there was some risk involved in surfing, but, you know, I wouldn't know the results if I never tried it. I wouldn't know if I personally liked it if I never tried it. Turns out I do. So, from what I want you guys to take away from this is that, you know, you'll never know what's on the other side unless you try something. And I hope after today you guys will be able to, you know, try new things, see if you guys like them. The only way to know if you really like some new thing or food or anything in life really is if you try them out, and if you don't like it, then okay, you won't do it ever again. So thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you in class.